So when they seen me, they were like, whoa, bro, like you're all the way out here, you know? And it's stuff like that that you lock in with real fans and people will start following you because they see how serious you are. But at the same time, when I co-headlined with Cormega in LA, there was a couple label reps there. And this is what kind of started not scaring me, but made me kind of like, let me rethink me being an artist in this music world and let me do it my way. Because when I was approached by a label, you know, they invited me out to the big house in the hills and they know I smoke. So they literally had a pound of weed on a silver platter, right? Thinking he's this little kid from Midwest Ohio. He don't know nothing. He's in LA, you know? They invited me up to the house and they were like, look, we want to give you $250,000, 250,000. You're going to give us 8 albums. So that means I get one check for $250,000 and I have to do 8 albums. And the contract, they had perpetuity. So they own my likeliness, my name, my image, everything. And basically I could turn in the best album of my life and they could be like, it fucking sucks. We need you to do a pop album. I'm not a pop artist. And if I don't do it, now I'm shelved and I'll never be able to make music again.
Right.
So my boy who I was out there with, his cousin's an entertainment lawyer. She looked over the contract. We had like a brief break to go over everything. And I made a song about this called I Met the Devil on Melrose, because I seen the nicest label people I met turn into the most meanest, rudest people you will ever meet. These people had the weed on a platter for me. They were so nice, so sweet, you know, so loving. When I came back in and said, hey guys, thank you guys for bringing me up here. I appreciate everything you're doing for me, but unfortunately, you know, I don't really align with everything in this contract and I'm not gonna sign it. It switch flipped. You're gonna die a poor white kid in Ohio. No one's ever gonna hear you.
What's the price you would have signed that contract for?
So I'm gonna get into this. I had another label hit me up after working with iHeart. You know, I've had 6 #1 songs through iHeartRadio in 3 years.
Okay.
So that gave me a lot of leverage to start to talking to other people. I was talking to my manager and I said, look, Def Jam is like an iconic label, right? I'm a huge Method Man, Wu-Tang fan, like Jay-Z, all these guys. So I was like, I think I'd fit nice if I were to sign on a Def Jam imprint. We were talking to the A&R. We got the numbers figured out. He said, what do you want? I said, I want 1.6 million for 3 albums, right? After taxes, after everything's wiped clean, I have $1 million clean. So that was kind of like the goal.